So I don't really know what I'm doing here, but I'm getting ready for winter formal. I'm gonna do some makeup. It's not gonna look the best. I don't feel 100%, but I'm hosting this event, so I have to go. I don't have a date, so like another reason why I don't know why the fuck I'm doing this. But yeah, don't judge me on my makeup skills because I have none. It's self-taught. And yeah. I've never put that much concealer on my nose, but I'm a little cold or something because it's so red. So like everybody thinks this line here is because they don't know how to blend, but actually it's because like 3 years ago I went to San Diego and I wore a sweatshirt that goes up to here because I'm stupid and I got super tan and I didn't realize, and then so now I've never been able to even it out. So yeah, miss me with that judgment. Finishing touch. Since this is probably one of the few times I'm gonna have my makeup done, I decided to do a little video with it. So I never do my makeup anymore. Partly because I just don't have time or want to put the effort in, but today I decided to do my makeup. Well, I didn't decide, I kind of had to because it's winter formal tonight. So with that, I feel like so much of my college experience is wrapping up. This is like my last big event in Santa Cruz. I planned it. My whole last 2 quarters have been pretty much dedicated to this event, so knock on wood, hopefully it turns out okay. But yeah, like other than that, I kind of want to make this video for later on too. One of the things I've been thinking about with the wrap up of my college experience is what I want to tell my little sister and even my little brother about college, because they still have a little bit of time, but it's coming up. And I feel like I learned a lot from college. Some of my friends from my first year, actually, like some of my first friends I made in college, we got together a little bit ago and had dinner, and they all looked at me and said that I'm, out of that group, the most changed, and that kind of like woke me up a little bit because I didn't realize how much I had changed. But yeah, sorry, I'm getting over a little something right now too. But yeah, no, so one of the things that I kind of wanted to talk about was why I changed, because I feel like people think that I just woke up one day and was like a new confident person, when in reality that's not at all what happened. I started off my freshman year, I was so scared, and the thing is, it wasn't that I was scared of like social interactions, because that wasn't the case. Like once I felt comfortable, like I could talk to anybody, once I was comfortable in a situation. The thing is, like, I was so scared to initiate those situations, to put myself out there in the first place. And one of the reasons why was because of my weight, and I was super not confident because of my weight, and I felt like I was fat. I felt like it just like overpowered everything else. Along with that, like with my weight, I felt like I had certain health issues, which to those who don't know, UC Santa Cruz is like it's like the forest basically, is one way to describe it. So I felt like I couldn't do the things that everybody else was doing. They were going on hikes, and I couldn't last in a hike for more than like a minute. It's not like I didn't let myself want to either. I told myself, oh, you hate physical exercise, you hate anything like that. And you know, I believed it, and like to this day it's still super hard to convince myself, you know what, like hiking is fun, you want to go on a hike. But yeah, stuff like that just made it hard to start out with, because most of the first things was like, let's go on a tour of the campus, and like let's get in a group and do this and that, and I didn't feel the confidence to even get up and get out there and do that kind of stuff. It wasn't, well, backtrack. So that was my first year. I would spend like so much time thinking about wanting to go out and stuff, but then like when it came down to it, like I was so scared I couldn't even use the bathroom if I thought there was somebody in the hallway or somebody in the bathroom. So like shout out to my first year roommates who dealt with me in this. I would like look out the people of the room door, like to watch to see when nobody was there, and like if I couldn't hear or see anybody. Thank God my room was like directly across from the bathroom stalls, because if the minute coast was clear, like that's when I would leave, that's when I would go to the bathroom. And I don't know, like I do have my issues and the reasons why that kind of stuff happened. I mean, I could go into so much detail about the stuff that happened to me my first year that made me like that, but I won't bore you with those details. Basically what I wanted to say is I knew what was holding me back, and like that was just feeling confident in my own skin and my own body, and I knew that nothing would, like I wouldn't be happy until I started working on that. The thing is, like I was still scared to work on it. I was still scared to like put myself out there and all that kind of stuff. My first year I felt super lonely because of it, but I was like okay. I mean, it wasn't okay. I don't know. It was like I was okay with being lonely because that's when I really found myself through my writing. I would spend a lot of time writing and like writing my feelings, and a lot of it was sad and anger and like all this kind of negative feelings. So I do associate my first year with a lot of negative feelings. However, I think also in my first year, without me realizing it, I met some of the best people that I met my whole college experience. I also met some of the worst, but like, you know, that just happened. Anyway, my first year ended on a really bad note, and because of that, my second year, I isolated myself even more. I was really scared to put myself out there. And I was also in a house full of people I didn't know at the beginning. They were great people, and like I got along with them very well, and I feel like I couldn't have asked for better housemates at that time. That like gave me enough space, but at the same time I felt like they were there if anything happened. But yeah, and it wasn't until halfway through my second year I feel like I hit rock bottom. I was super heavy. I had so many health issues because of it. My mother was really scared about my health and all that kind of stuff. And it was during finals week after my first fall quarter, and I was in the library with my friend, and I wasn't doing studying, like I never would study and stuff. And so I was sitting in the library on my laptop, messing around, and I think I was on Facebook, and this ad popped up, and it was for kickboxing, and I started kickboxing. I decided it was time for a change. Quickly, my life like got so much better. I was happier, like positive energy. I got back with some of my friends from first year, and like we just had a great time. That wraps up my second year. One of the notes from my second year was, with this newfound self-confidence, I did start going out a lot, which for those going to college, you need to go out, of course, but you need to also find that balance, and that balance is going to come with time. So the minute you start seeing like dips in your academics and like your focus being super awry, you're spending more time in like preparing to go out than you are preparing for your midterms and your finals, then that's gonna cause a problem. And I learned that pretty quick, thank God. But yeah, and so with that, I feel like I ended my second year on a little bit higher of a note than my first year, but still like I knew there were things I needed to learn. Then my third year came along, and I was living with a bunch of second years, and this one amazing girl who was older than us all, but like that's when I kind of started realizing how much I learned. My third year is also right after I got back from study abroad, and I think I learned so much about myself from studying abroad. I reconnected with my family a lot after that, because you know, distance and time do make the heart, what is it? Time. Anyway, I don't know that quote, but I do, but I can't think of it. Oh, make the heart grow fonder. There it is. Yeah. So I feel like I did, especially with my mom. Like it wasn't until my third year I started calling my mom regularly. I like missed her a lot, because when I was abroad, I was on a whole different like time schedule. Like when I was waking up, they were going to sleep. When they were waking up, I was going to sleep. So it was like very hard with that. And then also you're so far away that like if something happens, like you know you're on your own. And I feel like that feeling of knowing you're on your own and you have to depend on yourself makes it feel so much nicer when you come back and you know like they're not like a 12-hour plane ride away, they're a 2-hour, 3-hour car ride away. And that kind of like helped me a lot, because like when things would happen, I was like, it's okay, like it'll be fine. Like I can just call my mom and she'll help me and stuff. And so yeah, I don't know, that was weird, but yeah. And then let's see, that was my 3rd year. So I had a really good time my 3rd year. Also, by the time I was in my 3rd year, I had already declared my major. I decided I wanted to go to law school in the beginning of my 3rd year. So it was all just working towards these like newer goals, and like also just finishing what I was doing. And I feel like that helped a lot. Like once I got to my 3rd year and I declared my majors, like the classes all seemed kind of the same. You get in a routine, you're learning things that you're passionate about, which like that's one very important thing that I learned, is like you want to set your goals for something you're passionate about. College is hard and you get so discouraged at times that it's like if you're not passionate or you don't even like what you're majoring in or what you're doing, then it's gonna cause so many problems. You're gonna lose motivation. Like that's gonna happen. You're gonna have days where you don't want to like go to class, you don't want to get up and deal with everything. And that's why like having a major you're passionate about, being involved in organizations you're passionate about, having long-term goals that you're trying to reach, that you need this like degree for, like that's gonna help pull you along, and it's gonna make the good days even better too, because you will have good days too where you get like A's on all your assignments, you know, feel like you're on top of the world, your social life is like blooming, you have friends, you have people, you have a huge support system, and you just feel on top of the world. Those days are going to be there too. But anyway, but through it all, you have to keep your focus, and you just, I don't know. Anyway, that was the end of my 3rd year. By the end of my 3rd year, I think I had most of the friends that I still have now, which like it's past halfway through my 4th year. So I feel like your 3rd year is also very important, but it is also very that dull, hard year, because I feel like that happens in middle school, high school, and in university, college. Your 3rd year is your hard year because you're like, it's all about your GPA, getting good grades, taking your hard classes. But at the same time, like you have established friends, you have, you know, an established support system. You know what is what and where everything is and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I keep thinking back in my head about friends and how I even want to tackle that, because honestly, I feel like the hardest part of college is not the classes, is not the academia, it's the social part of it. Because for me, I've got 4 years on campus housing, so I lived on campus all 4 years, and I feel like it was nice but like when you're living on campus, it's like you're 24/7 surrounded by people. So this year and my 2nd year, I was blessed to have my own room, but you know, that's not always the case. And even then, like I can't go anywhere once I leave my apartment without running into somebody I know, and like it's stressful because you're surrounded by people you know, and along with that, like your friends all live in the same area too, and so when drama's happening, or when, you know, you hit all these roadblocks, like they're across the hallway, and you know, it's like hard sometimes. They're the next building over, and if you're, you know, drama is there because drama happens, you know, and it's just, it's stressful. But but it's also really nice because then I can say like this year I live next door to my best friend, and like it's just memories have been made that like I only could have been made anyway else, you know, long nights sitting in the living room talking, like all these kinds of things that I feel like I got because I lived literally right next door in the same apartment as my best friend. But yeah, and so I don't know, some key takeaways I think for college and like would be make friends but understand that not all of them will be there from beginning to end. You will meet new friends halfway through that you feel you connect with more than maybe any of the ones you made in the beginning. And by the end, your friend group may look exactly the same as it did in the beginning, or it may not, and like that's okay. And even if it's the same people, like people change, and you're gonna find your way, and you're gonna find yourself in college. And I know that's so cliche, but I literally feel like I found who I am. And it's weird because who I am now relates more to who I was in kindergarten than I think who I was in high school or middle school or elementary school for that matter. Like I found that happy little kid inside me again, and like I can pull her out whenever I want to, and I feel like that was what helped me in college and helped me learn and grow and find myself again. And yeah, and like now I'm doing what I'm passionate about. I'm getting acceptances to law school, and like I feel like I couldn't do that without the support system that I maintained. And that's another thing, is you want to maintain your support system. You want to keep your family at a distance, but also, you know, maintain that relationship. They're there for you no matter what. They're the ones who are gonna like bail you out of anything you get into because they're your family, you know. And like if you don't have a close relationship with your family, which I didn't at the beginning of my college experience, you feel like you have to depend on friends, and with that, like it's good, but it can also lead to like toxic relationships. So you have to make sure you're like maintaining that balance. Oh my god, I almost have to run to go get stuff for winter formal. Okay. But yeah, another thing is like you have to have a good self-motivation, and like that's not like a natural thing. Like you're not just born with like, I mean maybe some people are, I don't know, but I definitely wasn't born with like a natural like motivation pond in me that just like replenishes itself. I wake up every morning and I have to tell myself like, get up, do what you need to do. I set my alarm for like 30 minutes before I need to get up because I know it's going to be that whole monologue in my head, or not monologue, dialogue in my head, of me not wanting to get up and not wanting to do it, and me being like, no, you gotta do it, you gotta finish, you've come this far. But yeah, and so with that, I think I'm gonna wrap it up for now. Yeah, my last tip, surround yourself with things and people that make you happy. And you're not gonna get that perfect, and you know, you're not gonna realize some things are not making you happy until it's too late, and that's fine. You're gonna learn everything in college. You're gonna mess up so many times, and it's gonna be okay because you're gonna learn. Just love yourself through it and know that it gets better, and that you just need to finish. That's all you need to do. You just need to finish. Are you gonna finish with a perfect record? Probably not, but you need to finish. Anyway, with that, I really gotta go now, so